Hello everyone, welcome to Adda247. My name is Niharika Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of AFM. How are we everyone? Okay, first of all, with the starting of this session, I hope this session of mine is definitely going to be helpful for you. If you find this entire series helpful, then please go ahead and like this particular series totally, because this particular series is basically blended with all the specific topics, not one, not two, not three, but all the chapters of the entire Macmillan book. And right now we are heading towards literally the last portion of the book. Today I'm starting with the area of marginal costing. Okay, that is the second last chapter. After this we'll be heading towards the last chapter and then we'll be done with our series completely, and then we'll move towards the next series that we'll be looking forward to, right? So everyone, first of all, I hope I'm audible clearly and this particular session is clearly visible to you as well. So everyone, what are we going to do today? As I stated that today I'm going to talk about the module D, marginal costing. Acha, marginal costing is the second last chapter. And what do you mean by the term marginal? Pata hai? Marginal is taken from the specific term variable costing. See everyone, I have rented out a particular factory. Okay, what I did was I rented out a specific factory and okay, so I rented out a specific factory. I'm paying the rent in any case. The rent is of 10,000 rupees. I feel good, I feel bad, I have money, I don't have money. I have to pay this amount. This is a fixed amount. What will make me go to the decision ki acha, how when I should do the production and how much I should produce? It is not the point. This is a fixed cost. The thing which will determine what should I do and what I shouldn't do about this particular money is the work of marginal costing, or the work play in this case would be completely of the cost that I am going to incur in terms of variable cost. Matlab, what is the material costing that I am going to face? Labor cost, what are the overhead expenses that I have to bear if I increase my scale of operations? Earlier I was producing 8,000 units, now I want to increase it to 12,000 units. This is going to help me a lot. So all these things which I'm discussing and doing in my future, I have to be very clear about all these things, don't we? So that's all we have in terms of the marginal costing. Does marginal costing play an important role? Indeed, it plays a super important role in a business. Why? Because this is the decision making scenario when we talk about the production process, right? Okay, that's what we talk about marginal costing, and here comes the next point. Acha, which of the following is true regarding marginal costing? What is exactly true, everyone? Marginal costing, fixed costs are excluded from the product cost circulations. Only variable costs are considered for decision making, both A and B, or none of the above. We just talked about it. Marginal simply means variable. The costing in which we are talking about, the marginal costing taking up the variable costing. Done everyone? So in this case, the clear answer is the variable cost. Okay? Only the variable cost. Acha, haan, first is also saying that it is excluded only. This is also correct. And then B is also correct. These are basically synonyms. Apologies. I looked at the question. I actually overlooked at the question. The answer is both A and B. What is the contribution calculated in marginal costing? But this is the favorite formula. The term is called contribution. All the people in the commerce wing, we do not use the word contribution as it is extremely long and we have to calculate contribution a lot. So we call it contri. So in the entire chapter, whenever I say the word contri, it means contribution. Okay. Sales minus FC, fixed cost, sales minus total cost, sales minus variable cost, or none of the above. Always remember this part. Achha, I'm writing the entire way of solving it. The first is you have your sales, then you remove the variable cost. These things are normally in per unit. Okay. You can take up the sales value per unit, variable cost per unit, and you can also find your contri per unit as well. But after this, multiply it with the number of units, make the total contribution, and from this total contribution remove your total fixed cost, because fixed cost is never per month, per unit. because I am paying 10,000. Now I produce 10,000 units, 20,000, 40,000, 80,000, whatever I do. It's my choice. So in this case, my fixed cost would be total, and that is why I have to find the total contribution, which is compulsory, and what I will get is my profit. This is the entire formula. In terms of, this is actually the cost sheet, pata. When we talk about costing, na, one of the basic things that happens is the cost sheet. This is the process of cost sheet. ठीक है जी? Done everyone? Next question. This is actually sales price minus the variable cost. I have just told you the entire process, so you will, if you remember the entire process, then everything is a piece of cake for you. Sales price minus variable cost per unit. Acha, what is the purpose of segregating cost into fixed and variable? Everyone, I need to know about this. Think about it. We have to keep the rent separate. How can we just go for something and we cannot think about the fact that this cost is still going to be there, है ना? I can't blindly think about the fact कि ठीक है ना, let both the costs have to be borne by me. I'll consider both the costs. No. I need to know which particular costing I can avoid and which I just cannot. Isn't it? So one is fixed and the other one is variable. Got the idea? So we have two kind of costs, fixed cost as well as the variable cost. Done everyone? So the segregation is extremely important. What is the purpose? To calculate the total cost accurately, to allocate the cost to different products, to understand the cost behavior, and none of the above. What's going to be the answer? The answer is C. Okay? The answer is C. To understand the cost behavior and its applicability. Profitability. The profit is the ultimate thing, na? But we want to know it using the fixed and the variable cost, because fixed will never give us the true value that is required. Then okay. The next question says, what advantage does marginal costing offer in terms of the deciding sales price during the adverse business environments or recession? Matlab, with the adverse business environment or recessions, what happens? Pata hai, recession is basically a situation where the entire market is down, hai na? It provides accurate allocation of fixed cost. It provides flexibility in adjusting prices based on variable cost. It allows the precise forecasting for future sales, or last is it simplifies the inventory management. Achha, when we talk about this, has nothing to do with inventory management. Inventory management is material costing. Okay? To be very honest, there's only one thing that fits here. That is the material costing is different. Achha, when we talk about deciding sales price during the adverse. See, if it is adverse, in the worst situation, now what will I think? Bhagwan, whatever expenses that I have to face, I should get enough money that at least I can pay off the expenses. I should not get or drowned in debt. That's the particular thing that I'll be praying to God, ki Bhagwan ji, it's absolutely fine if I have to face the losses, but I wish you help me enough that I can have enough money that I don't have to pay a specific penny further. So basically what we'll try to is, we will try to have a break-even point. If we cannot get profit, then at least we can cover the expenses. So in this case, it allows allocation of fixed cost. Nahi, fixed cost is something we are already ready for that. Ye to hona hi hai. We have to face it. It offers flexibility in adjusting prices based on variable cost. That's correct. If things can work out by reducing the output, then be it. We'll do that. If it can be done by giving extra hours and getting lesser money, be it. We'll do that. So in this case, the point is going to be the variable costing. Danji? The answer is related to variable cost. What advantage does marginal cost offer in the cost control compared to different techniques? Marginal cost plays a very important role, pata hai? Because this gives you the clarity at what output, what kind of expenses are being incurred. Till the time we do not know about the expenses, things won't really change, hai na? Now, the point is that if I know, ki, oh, this is the amount that we're spending, okay, that is the amount that we're spending. We know about the clear amount, ki, acha, this is the exact amount that I have to spend in any case. So it allows for precise allocation of overhead. Nahi. It offers more effective plans. It doesn't give you a detail of fixed cost. Fixed cost is something that you already know. Overhead costing, but they are not covering the fixed cost here. That is again wrong. So it offers more effective plans. You know? Danji? So in this case, I can control something because I know about it. If I don't know about the amount, I just can't control anything for that matter. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be it offers more effective plans. Hanji, done? Since I know the price, then I can definitely control it further. If I don't know the money, then I won't be able to do it. Which assumption in marginal costing may not hold true in practice? Fixed costs do not vary. Variable costs are directly proportional to volume. Inventory valuation is realistic, or sales price minus remains constant regardless of production and sales. But the sales price, if it is constant, it is very troublesome for the organization. For example, Maggie did that. If you look at the Maggie na, at one point of time, Maggie was, abhi to it is again sold at 10. When it reintroduced itself, obviously there's inflation. The price of the things have to be increased, right? They are facing a lot of expenses, day-to-day issues. So they increased the price to rupees 12 to cover their profit. They saw a steep fall in the demand. They ultimately came back to rupees 10. But how did they counter it? They reduced the weight. If you cannot reduce the price, then reduce the weight. Now, this is something which has helped not only Maggie, but also helped Parle in terms of the Parle G biscuits as well. So 5 rupee biscuits are still available, but the quantity has been reduced. How do you cover your expenses? Your expenses have to be covered in any case, isn't it? That's one of the realities of the sales. You know? So if you keep your sales price same, it is such a pain. Only the most influential organizations where their market is standing in that case, they are stuck with it. But you just cannot have the same sales price. Organizations had been increasing their prices. Shampoos have increased their price. The most epic thing that I've heard of is Innova was introduced in our country with 7 lakh and 9 lakh rupees model. Now this particular car costs 35 lakhs only. Not more, not less, but 35 is done. Huh? It was 9 at one point of time, everyone. Can you see the steep rise in the prices? With the GST and everything hitting in, we are paying such a huge amount for the cars. I think people used to buy cars with the 4 lakh to 5 lakh bracket very decently and easily. Now you have to go to 10 lakh bracket if you want a good car. Otherwise, it's not worth it. So sales price remains constant regardless of production and sales. This is going to be such a pain for the organization, isn't it? So here comes the next pointer that says, acha, manufacturing unit thermometers, acha, fixed cost is given. Okay, the variable cost is also given. Do you remember the way that we discussed? And they said sales price is 160. During the year, 3000 thermometers were sold. What is the profit? Sales is 160. I'm writing per unit. Why to do so much of work? Minus the variable cost is also per unit, 120. I'm left with 40 per unit. This is my cost. From this 40, multiply the number of units, that is 3000. That makes me 4 3s are 12. 1, 2, 3. Done. 1 lakh 20 rupees. This is my total contribution. This is the practical implementation of the method that I just showed you. This is an easier one, everyone. In the examination, do not go for the difficult methods. You don't really have the time to make the questions complex. Only you have time to look at the question. If you know, cool. If you don't know, move on. And then come back after you want to play the guess game. The answer is 20,000 according to me. What did I do? Sales minus variable cost gives me From the contrary, I remove the fixed cost and what I get is my total profit. Easy, chotu sa pyara sa question. Not much effort is required for this question for sure. है ना? The answer is this. P is equal to 160 multiplied by 3000. And see, they have used the 3000 thing. I used that particular thing by the end. I didn't want to do a lot of work. And I was clear about that. So in this case, the answer comes out to be 480 minus 420. This is such a difficult answer. This is from the book itself. I've given the particular solution they have given. Don't go for this. Always go for this. This is an easier method. And probably whenever you're learning a formula or rule, always try to find what was the way to learn it. If you do not know the way, then ultimately you will cram, and that cramification will be helpful only for that question. What's the fun of doing that question in that way? What if the same question doesn't come? It's our loss only. So it's way better find an easier way and stick to that easier way. Okay, what does the term break even signify? Break even point I've just discussed in the beginning as well. So I hope you remember that part. The point at which the company starts making profit, or the point at which the total revenue equals total variable cost, or the point at which total revenue equals total expenses, the point at which the variable cost exceeds fixed cost. Okay, hint. When I said that, Bhagwan, I hope I am earning enough where I can cover my cost. I don't have to spend extra money from my pocket to earn. That is break-even point, everyone. A situation where the company literally gets enough money so that they can actually take care of their expenses. They're not planning to have a profit because they know they are just a startup. Oh, I'm sorry. The answer is the point at which the revenue equals total expenses. Matlab, let me show it to you. Okay, this is how, in terms of cost, fixed cost is going to be incurred in any case. You have output, you don't have output, it just doesn't matter. You still have to pay the rent. Your variable cost will start from here. You know? If you have zero output, it would be zero. It will increase further. So my total expenses are going to be this. Variable plus fixed. So this is my VC plus FC is equal to TC. And then the next thing that will happen is the revenue. I'll start earning the revenue, and the revenue slowly and steeply will increase. Every business grows ultimately. So this is a situation where your revenue is less than your cost. So this is where we are facing loss, and this is where we are having a profit. Got the point? Loss and profit, variable cost plus fixed cost is equal to total cost. You have got the total cost, and this is this point where your total cost is equal to your total revenue. This point is called break even point. That's the answer. Done, everyone? So the answer is this only. The point at which the total revenue equals total expenses. Done? Okay, so this is where I end my session today. But before I end my session, let me give you a particular information. Today is the last day of the sale, everyone. The sale is ending soon. Just go ahead and check out our website or check out our app, because this is the moment where you can purchase the particular courses at double validity and 80% discount. This opportunity is there only for a limited period of time. So go ahead and grab the offer. Okay, I'll just show you where to go and get the particular offer as early as possible. This is our website, that is www.adda247.com. Got the point? I opened the specific website, and here I go in the area of JAIIB and CIB. And this is my JAIIB CIB area. We have the JAIIB CIB Mahapack. See, JAIIB CIB double validity is going on. That means you buy it for 6 months, you get it for 12. You buy it for 12 months, you get it for 24 months. But this is the best offer that I personally feel. Well, that depends upon you, what you want to buy. It looks like you have to pay 12,073 rupees, but this is for 12 months. No, it's for 24 months. That means per month you have to pay around 500. If you get a Netflix for 4 screens, multiple screens, you have to pay 600 something. This is way less than that, isn't it? You get a Hotstar subscription, Netflix subscription, and you just leave any of these and focus on your career, and you just have to pay a total amount of 11,023. That means you're not even paying 500 per month. Everyone, this is less than that. And go through and our app, you will get 1% extra. So go and grab the offer right away, because this particular opportunity is again there for a very limited period of time. So you should get this particular offer right away, everyone. So go ahead and check it out on our website, on our app, for further details. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be meeting in the next class. Please go ahead and share the session and don't forget to like it. Bye bye.